Okay, this is kind of a double whiskey review and a comparison of now and then kind of a whiskey of Yellowstone. Now, Yellowstone's an older brand of bourbon that came out in the 1870s, and it changed hands a lot, and it kind of worked its way down to the bottom shelf. Every time it changed hands, I think it got a little cheaper. This was I bought this in 2006 as a souvenir in Yellowstone. I just opened it today, so it's could be bottled in 2005 or so, maybe 2004 even. Who knows how long it sat on the shelf? And this is the new one. They started making this one in 2015, and it's a kind of rebranding. They wanted to, whoever bought the name to it, wanted to rebrand it and pull it off the bottom shelf, and they charge about $37 a bottle now for the new Yellowstone. And I'm going to compare the two. I'm not sure when they took the old Yellowstone out of production. Just classic bourbon smell. Almost this caramel vanilla. Very sweet. Nice and rich nose, actually. This is the original from 2006. And this is the modern one as of 2021 here. And yeah, hold on. Okay, where was I? I had to take a little cut there. Nosing the modern one. Definitely more oak on the nose. It's lighter though. It's definitely a lighter nose. Not as much caramel and vanilla smell. It doesn't smell as sweet. Still not bad. I actually like sniffing the original a little better. I'll go into taste. It's smooth. Caramel, vanilla. Just kind of a nice, smooth caramel, vanilla. Not a whole lot going on. It is a very cheap bottom shelf budget bourbon, but very drinkable. I mean, that would mix well with cola, which at that price point would have been, in today's terms, it would be like a $10 whiskey. The new one does have a lot more going on as far as oak spice, caramel vanilla again. I don't know if they use the same recipe, but it's definitely got a lot more barrel notes. Brown sugar. Almost more of a buttery feel to it. A little buttery flavor to it. It's good. The modern one has definitely improved. So they didn't just take a crappy bottom shelf whiskey and start charging more for a new one. So it is definitely a big improvement. You know, my personal preference, I actually like the nose on the original a little bit better. But maybe I just don't like the smell of oak. But I prefer the taste. Got a nice oak spice. The modern one has a much nicer oak spice to it. Better mouthfeel. Let's see, on legs and whatnot. They're both equally smooth. Even though the modern one has more alcohol. Modern one seems to have more legs. A little oilier. Probably why it has that better mouthfeel, more buttery. I like it. $37 worth. It's an okay bourbon. It's definitely a competent mid-shelf bourbon. Not much more to say about it than that. I'd enjoy it. I'd enjoy it on ice. Neat. Just a decent drinker. This one, for what it as cheap as it was back in the day, definitely a competent mixer. That's really what it was designed for. I mean, it could be enjoyed on its own. It's definitely a sweet, nice, sweet little drink. And yeah, so they've definitely improved it. So those looking at Yellowstone and going, oh, that's just a bottom shelf thing. Why would I pay $37 for it? It's definitely better. It has definitely improved. And I'm going to leave it at that. So that was a nice kind of a double review. I don't know if you'll ever be able to find the original on the shelves anywhere, but if you do, I wouldn't pay too much for it. But the new one, it's a decent, competent bourbon. I mean, I would put it up there with Wild Turkey and whatnot, and Wild Turkey's a little cheaper, but it is what it is. All right, that's it.